Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our lap, and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Excellent. And next we'll do our stretching sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. Let's begin by stretching up high. High to the sky. And then let's go down low. Touch our toes. And then go back up high to the sky. And this time, can we go tippy toe high? And when we're there, let's give a wave. Excellent. And then back down to touch our toes. And now we'll stand up, hands on hips. And let's have a wiggle. Stop. Another wiggle. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, and stop. Now we'll go round and round. Exercise our spines, round and round. And stop. And now, can we go the other way? Excellent, guys, and stop. And to finish, we'll do 10 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent, guys, have a seat. So in the last lesson, in our last science lesson, we learned about 2 different types of gases. Can anybody remember what them gases were? Oxygen. First one was oxygen. Excellent. So how do we spell oxygen, guys? X, Y, G, E, N. Excellent. Oxygen. Oxygen. And our second gas was 2 words. Can anybody remember what they were? Carbon dioxide. Perfect. How do we spell carbon? C-A-R-B-O-N. Carbon dioxide. Dioxide. O-X-I-D-E. Oxygen, carbon dioxide. And when we combine these two gases, why are they important? Can you remember in the last lesson reasons why oxygen and carbon dioxide are important? I'll give you one example and I won't say anything. Breathing. These are the gases that we need for breathing. So breathing, B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G. Breathing. What type of things need to breathe? Do we need to breathe? Yes. People. Any other things need to breathe? Animals. Any other things? Trees, plants, insects. All living things on our planet needs breathing. If we didn't have oxygen and if we didn't have carbon dioxide, no breathing. That means no life. Any other examples of why they were important? Can you remember what we said about when plants sometimes need carbon dioxide to make food? It was a very long word. Anybody remember the word? Begins with PH. Photosynthesis. The process by which trees or plants produce food is called photosynthesis. Excellent. Let's have a go at spelling that word together. P-H-O-T-O-S-Y-N-T-E-S-I-S. Photosynthesis. The process by which trees or plants make food. People, we breathe in oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide. Trees and plants breathe in carbon dioxide and they breathe out oxygen. So you see how people and trees and plants, we help each other because the air and gases that we need are produced by the trees and plants and vice versa. So we've got breathing. Photosynthesis. Any more examples of why oxygen and carbon dioxide is important for us? Remember the word beginning with A. Where is air? Everywhere. Can anybody remember what we call the air around us? Atmosphere. Excellent. Everywhere we look. We can't see it, but air is all around us in our atmosphere. A-T-M-O-S-P-H-E-R-E. Atmosphere. So we've got three good reasons there, guys. We've got breathing. Photosynthesis. And atmosphere. Excellent, well done, well remembered. So oxygen and carbon dioxide are two of the main components of air. How do we spell air, guys? A-I-R. A-I-R. Excellent. And today's lesson, we're going to look at air and its uses. So we'll write that phrase. We have air and its uses. U-S-E-S. Excellent, guys. Air and its uses. And what this means is, when do we use air? When we use air, what do we use it for? Does anybody have any ideas? We've already named probably the most important one already. Breathing. All living things need to breathe. So we'll write breathing. B-R-E-A-T-H-I-N-G. Probably the most important use of air is breathing, because without it, we all die. So, Pak Boom, what was you about to say?
Eating.
Eating. Perfect, you see? Do we use A when we eat?
Yes.
Yes, of course we do. So how do we spell eating?
E-A-T-I-N-G.
Okay, let's see if we can go around the room and get an example from everybody. Down. Talking. Do we use A when we talk?
Yes.
Of course we do. How do we spell talking? K-I-N-G. Breathing.
Breathing.
Eating.
Eating.
Talking.
Talking.
Playing.
Playing.
Playing, of course. We need to exercise or play sports, and we will always use A. Playing, P-L-A-Y-I-N-G. Playing. Let go. Listening, excellent. Do you know for music to move across the airwaves, it needs air. So if we had no air, we would not be able to hear anything. So we need air for listening. L-I-S-T-E-N-I-N-G. Nadia. Swimming. Of course, we need air for swimming. S-W-I-M-M-I-N-G. Okay, let's see if we can get one more from Pak Boom. Sleeping. When we sleep, do we use air?
Yes.
Of course we do, because what do we do when we sleep? We breathe. So we always need to use air. Sleeping. S-L-E-E-P-I-N-G. Let's see if we can get two more examples to fill the board down.
Dancing.
Dancing. Yes, we can use air when we dance. D-A-N-C-I-N-G. And one more, Prel. Sitting. Okay, when we're sitting, we are breathing. So we have that one already. Lakau? Did you have one? Drinking. Yes, eating and drinking. We can have that one too. So drinking, D-R-I-N-K-I-N-G. So let's go through them together, guys. Breathing, playing, listening, swimming, sleeping, dancing, and drinking. These are all excellent examples of when people use air. So well done, guys. And what we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at a PowerPoint presentation to find out how we can use air for other things too. Not just for our daily lives and daily routines, we can see how air is used in other products and other methods. So let's all turn our chairs to have a look at the TV screen, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about air and its uses. What can you see in the picture, guys?
Air balloon.
Air balloon, excellent. And how is an air balloon floating? What needs to go into the balloon?
Air.
Air. The key is in the name, air balloon. So you see, this is one example of a use of air. The air goes into the balloon to make it float, which is why it's called air balloon. Yes, and in the distance you can see the mountains. They must be very high up, because can you see the mountain on top?
Yes.
Has snow. So it must be very high and very cold. Air has many uses on this planet. We've already spoken about some of them already. Breathing, eating, talking, playing, listening, swimming, sleeping, dancing, and drinking. These are all examples of when us, human beings, use air. Humans need air to breathe.
Human needs air to breathe.
Yes, probably the most important use of air, breathing. But not just humans need air, other things need air too. What can you see in the picture? It's not a human, it's an animal. What type of animal? Lion. Does a lion need air?
Yes. No.
Yes. If a lion didn't have air, it would die. Animals need to breathe too. But what sound does a lion make? A lion can roar. Roar. If there was no air, the lion wouldn't be able to make a sound. We need air for sound. So plants and animals, air need air to live. Yes, the lion needs air to breathe. And the plants and the trees also need air. How about this picture?
Birds.
Where does birds need air? Excellent. What can birds do that we can't? And where do they fly? In the air, up in the sky. Birds can fly because there is air. If there was no air, birds would not be able to fly. Air is needed for burning. Yes. Remember that video we seen with the fire, and then when we put the glass over the top, the fire went out because oxygen. No oxygen, no fire. Air is used to inflate things. Does anybody know what the word inflate means? It means to pump it up or fill it. You know when you have a balloon and you blow it up? That's what we call inflate. So some of the things we can inflate include balloons, football. Or does anybody know what this is? Tire. On your bicycle, you have two wheels. And on your wheels, there are tires. We need to pump air into the tires so that you can ride your bicycle. If you have a flat tire, can you ride your bicycle? No, it's not fun. So we need to inflate our tires. Air is used for power. Yes, there is a type of power we call wind power. You can see here, these are the turbines. And when the wind blows, these turbines will turn around to generate electricity. Air is needed for sound. Who likes listening to music? Everybody. Good. Everybody likes listening to music. But do you know, if there was no air, no sound? Does anybody know how sound travels? On the airwaves. So if we didn't have air, we wouldn't have airwaves. That would mean no sound. Air is used for transport. For transport. Does anybody know what this is? Airplane. How about this one? Helicopter. And here, ship. Can you see the sails on the ship? When the wind blows, these sails catch the air, which means the ship can sail very fast. Can you think of other uses for air?
Can you think of
Other uses for air? We'll have an activity soon to think. But for now, guys, let's practice the vocabulary one more time. Air has many uses on this planet. Humans need air to breathe. Plants and animals need air to live. Birds can fly because there is air. Air is needed for burning. Air is used to inflate things. Air is used for power. Air is needed for sound. And air is used for transport. Can you think of other uses for air? Any questions, guys? Excellent, very well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation about air and its uses to discover different ways that air is used on our planet. And now, guys, it's time for our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this activity, we're going to play a game of Teacher Says. So let's listen. If Teacher says, we can do. If Teacher doesn't say, can't do. Touch your shoulders. Touch your knees. Touch your head. Teacher says, touch your toes. Teacher says, stand up straight. Turn around. Very good. Teacher says, jog on the spot. Stop. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, turn around the other way. Turn around. Excellent. Teacher says, jog on the spot. Quickly. Stop. Teacher says, stop. Teacher says, 3 star jumps. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll have 3 jumps. Very good. Teacher says, go down into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump. Teacher says, jump. And teacher says, sit down. And now it's time for our worksheet activity. And for this activity, teachers, what we'll need to do is give each of our students a blank piece of paper. Because what our students need to do now is they need to think back to the PowerPoint presentation, or maybe think for themselves and come up with one way that we can use air. And what our students need to do is draw a picture which demonstrates the use of air, and then write a sentence to illustrate it too. But what's the first thing to do, guys? Write our names on top. So let's be thinking about how we can use air. Think back to the PowerPoint presentation or the board activity, and then draw your picture and write your sentence underneath. What we're going to do is give our students around 20 minutes for this activity so they can draw and colour and write their sentence too. And then we're going to have them come forward and practice speaking to illustrate. And teachers, just monitor the class. Help your students with any spelling or writing that they need to do. So Nadia, for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. Prel,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Bangpon,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Lakau, that's for you.
Thank you.
Chu, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Pakboon, you're welcome. So let's think back, guys. On the PowerPoint presentation, what types of things did we see? Does anybody remember the air balloon? An air balloon is a good use of air. So maybe an air balloon would be a good drawing. But you can think of other things too. Think back to other parts of your daily lives that we need to use air. Or other things, animals, plants, all of these types of things need air. When you ride your bicycle, remember we need to inflate the tires. If we play football with a ball. The ball is filled with air. Okay, so what we can do, guys, when you're looking, after you finish drawing your picture, you can write the sentence. Or maybe not. So everybody can write this sentence. Ready, guys? Let's speak together. We use air when we, and then whatever your drawing is based upon. So for example, if you draw the picture of yourself in an air balloon, you could say, we use air when we travel in an air balloon. If you need any help with your spelling or your grammar, let me know, guys. But everybody's sentence can begin, we use air when we, and then the thing we describe in our picture. Sorry? Airplane. So you can say, we use air when we travel in an airplane. But draw your picture first, Pat. First thing to do is draw the picture. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to draw a picture of a good use of air and also demonstrate what it is by writing a sentence. All my students here have done a lovely job with their pictures, so we're now going to ask them to come forward one by one to describe their picture and present it. So first of all, Nadia, can you come forward, please? That's a lovely picture, Nadia, and can you explain what happens? We use air when we dance. Excellent. And now we'd like to call down forward. And if you can explain your picture too, Dan. We use air when we inflate balloons. And Pat, you can come forward too. Excellent. And Pat's picture, we use air when we travel in an aeroplane. Excellent. And Prel, can you come forward, please? This is similar to Pat, but another method of travel. We use air when we travel In an air balloon.
In an air balloon.
Very good. And next, Pang Pon, can you come forward, please? And you can present your picture. We use a when we sail in a boat. Excellent. And Lakau, can you come forward, please? We use a when we drink juice. Excellent. And now Chew, can you come forward? Very good. Now this is a picture of an animal. This is a shark. So we say sharks use a when they swim. Excellent. And finally we have Pak Bung. Can you come forward and join us, please? And Pak Bung's picture, we use a when we play with dogs. Excellent, guys. Well spoken and some wonderful pictures. So give yourselves a round of applause. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed it, found it interesting, and your students had a fun time too, drawing their pictures of air and its uses. So we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. Can we all wave to say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you next time.